So this is kind of a retro thing I'm going to do right now. This back before the internet, we had things called BBSs, bulletin board systems, and you used a modem in your computer to dial into somebody else's computer, and they would run a service that you would dial into called a BBS. On those BBSs, we had the BBS stood for bulletin board system. On those BBSs, they had games. They were all text-based. It was all, text. So anyways, those went away after the internet came. They died between like 1996 and 1999. It was rather abrupt whenever they went out. But anyways, so they've been gone for 20 plus years now. But they still exist a little bit on the internet. They come and go, and they haven't changed at all since 1996. I mean, there might be a couple of different gadgets on the boards, but all the games are exactly the same because nobody's written games since then. Anyways, I started dialing into these things when I was 11 years old, and the joke back during the day was that 12-year-olds loved these things, and I can confirm because I was telling my kids about this the other day, and I was telling them about the games that we would play, and they were very interested. So what I'm going to do now is show you one of the games that I used to play that was there in the beginning and is still there to this day. This program is called SyncTerm. If you Google SYNCTERM, you'll find this program. It's available for all operating systems. And BBS I found online still is called Digital Distortion. So we're going to connect to it. You can, here I'll edit it real quick. Press the F2 button. No. Well, here we go. There we go. So here it is. The address for this thing is digitaldistortionbbs.com, and you use Telnet to get to it, although I think they support SSH as well. Anyways, so let's go ahead and connect, and we're going to create a new user because I don't want to use my son's account. This board is located in Hillsboro, Oregon. That would have been a long distance call for me because I was near Seattle. Even Seattle was a long distance call from where I used to dial all my bulletin boards when I was a kid. Anyways, we'll go new user. It asks if we're using a PC, and we are. So enter my full name. What we're going to go on as? We're going to go on as Bubba Gump. Here we go. Enter my full name. Someone special. Bubba Gump. There we go. Location. We are located in Seattle. Yay. These bulletin boards used to ask for way too much information. There was no such thing as privacy back then. In fact, if you typed in fake information, like where I just typed in someone special, they would automatically hang up on you, and you'd have to call back and put in real information or something that appeared to be real. At home.now. There we go. No, don't forward it. Yes, it's correct. Okay, see, this welcome screens. There's going to be quite a few of these. Yeah. Do you want to enter a different password? Yes. So I'm going to edit this part out real quick. There we go. Cool. We're ready to go. Where did I hear about this BBS? Actually, I heard about it on Reddit. There's a BBS subreddit. Nope. Are you this up? No. Okay. Disable my avatar. Quit. Do you want to see the news? No. Quit. Read my mail. No. Okay, now we're finally at the main menu. Okay, number 7 is TradeWars 2002. That's the game we're talking about. So this is before we jump into this is a space game. You're in a ship and you're going exploring the universe. There's 1,000 sectors in the universe usually, and at one point this was called TradeWars 1000, but I think TradeWars 2002 was the much improved version. Anyways, you go from sector to sector. You get a certain number of moves every day, so every jump from another sector takes one of your moves away. And there are ports in these sectors. So you dock at the port, you buy what they're selling, then you continue on your journey, you find another port. Hopefully they're buying what you've now got in your cargo holds, you sell it, and you continue on. So your goal is to make money, upgrade your ship, upgrade your weapons, and then you can fight other players. You can fight aliens that are in the game. So let's go in. Nice ANSI graphics. This is supposed to be a space station at the bottom and a planet up at the top. These were really advanced graphics at the time. Let's see the high scores. So you can see me, Uniclocker, right there, number 7. That's actually my son. He's been playing for me. So there are quite a few players in here. Most of them, see down here at Civilian or Annoyance, they haven't played much. So you level up as you play. Show today's log? Sure. No. And there doesn't appear... Oh, there we go. Ooh, there's some bad guys in here. The Federation's trying to get them destroyed. So those are players who've decided to go to the dark side, and you can blow up their ship and get a bounty for it. So looks like the original people that wrote this software are still around, or at least they were back when 1998. Okay, so that was a ways back. So 1998, they'd already put their BBS up for Telnet, but I bet it's long since gone at this point. I don't really know. Would you like to start a new character in this game? Yes. We'll go with our new name, Bubba. Here we go. Yes. What do I want to name your ship? Bubba Gump. Here we go. What do I want to name my home planet? Ooh, Shrimp. There we go. So it automatically gives you a planet. You can see that the planet will create fuel ore, organics, equipment, and fighters. Fighters you can put onto your ship. You see my ship shows 30. Here, actually, I can use the mouse to point at things. There we go. 30 fighters on my ship. If the planet's got some, I can take some, or I can leave some on the planet to defend my planet. And all this stuff, these fuel ore, organics, and equipment, those are the things that I can take to ports and sell. So if I press question mark, it brings up the planet menu. I can do A for take all products, or however many my cargo holds will hold. Right now the planet doesn't have anything. I can destroy the planet. If I find another planet, and hopefully we will, we can claim ownership of it. So we're going to Q to leave the planet, and I should write down this sector so that I can find it again. And if you guys telnet into this BBS, you're welcome to come ravage my planet, because I probably won't use this account again. So let's go, we're going to go to sector, you just put in a random number really, think of something off the top of your head, 572. Press enter, and it plots a course to get there. You got to go through all these different sectors. The sectors are arranged randomly, they interconnect like some kind of crazed, tangled knot. Some sectors are dead ends, and to get to certain sectors you can't just go 212, 213, 214, no, you got to jump around. So we'll turn on the autopilot and head there. Sector 75 was empty. 552 has a port, so we're going to press, here we can press the question mark, and here's the menu of things that we can do at each stop while we're on autopilot. And if I hit P, it will port. And if you've got a, an armed ship and you want to start being a bad guy, you can attack the port, but generally you don't do that much. So now I've been promoted to sergeant, so I'm already above all those civilians that you saw in the high scores who have done nothing in this game. You see down here, I've been promoted to sergeant, and I got 50 experience points for finding a port that nobody's been to recently. I've got 300 credits and 20 empty cargo holds. They're selling fuel ore and equipment. We'll just buy what they're offering, 20, and it says they'll sell them for 207 credits. Let's offer them 150. And they retort with 192. Let's try 175. 190. Okay, 188. I hate haggling. They're all yours. So we got a fairly good deal. If you get a good enough deal, they'll give you some experience point for it. So we could have gotten a better deal there. Next. Oh, there's space debris here. Not much. Okay, here's another port. They are buying what we just bought. See, the first letter is what they're buying, and selling. So we got buying, selling. I'll show you when we dock at this port. See, buying fuel ore, which we just bought, and they're selling the next two things. So sell them that. See, we bought it for, what was it, 180 credits. Now we're selling it for 703, so we're already making money. Let's try 800. 750. See, they did it. They bought it for 750, and I got 2 experience points just for doing that. So that's nice. Now we'll buy some organics. We can haggle some more. 225, 240. Okay, We did it. We got 1 experience point for that good haggling. Now we've got $622 or credits. So we've already increased to what we started with. Okay, here's a port. And so we're going to go to this port. Oh, we've already been promoted to gunnery sergeant. So we're ranking up. We got 50 experience points for finding this port. Oh, look at that. What did we buy that for? 200 or whatever? Yeah, so now we're going to sell it for 1,500. Nice. And I got an experience point for it. I didn't even have to haggle too much. Buy something else. Oh, this one's kind of expensive. We'll try 1,400. 1410. Okay, they did it. Now, the autopilot's off because we're in sector 572. We can hit D to display the sector again. It tells us about the port in this sector. If we hit question mark, here's all the things you can do. It's take too long to go through all these options, but you can use a Genesis torpedo if you buy one somewhere. At one of the space stations, you can buy a Genesis torpedo, and just like Star Trek 2, it will create a planet for you. You can dump all your cargo if for some reason you need to empty your cargo holds. You can build a starport. That's great in your home sector where your planet is. Building a starport would be great because you can sell what your planet's creating right there. We can land on a planet if we're in a sector with a planet. Long range scan. So let's press S. Oh, I don't have a long range scanner, so I can't do that right now. If we find another spacecraft, we can tow it. Yeah, let's see what the onboard computer does. Computer activated. Okay. Here's the onboard computers thing. K, your known universe. You have explored 0.7% of the known universe. Do you want to list your explored? Yeah. So these are the sectors I've been to. So if you've been playing the game for a while, you can do unexplored sectors, and you can go look for places you haven't been yet to find new stuff. So for now, I'm just going to exit the computer because I'm just going to try and give you the basics of this game. So now we're just going to type in 621. There's another random sector to go to. We'll go do some trading some more. Oh, just space debris. Wow, we went a long ways with no ports. Okay, so 124. Here we go. More space debris. Here we go. Here's a port. Okay, we can sell this. We bought this for 1,400 if you remember. We're going to sell it for 2,800, double our money. Very nice. We've now got 3,500 credits. That's really great. Buy some organics. Buy that for 400 if we can. 410, fair enough. I paid more than that, but we'll take them anyways. Okay, 2 points for it. Very nice. So here we go. And oh, this is Sector 1000. We'll come back to this later, but you can see that my son parked his ship here. The nice thing is this is Federation space. So there's a couple of sectors in this game that are reserved Federation space, Federation law enforced. You can't attack these guys. So my son here, he's got 757 fighters. In theory, he could probably destroy these other 3 players that are in this sector. These are other traders, they're other players. But he can't even attack them because they're in this safe spot. So this is a nice place to park for the night, because what happens is you get a certain number of turns, you run out of turns, and somebody else logs into this BBS, and they get their turns, and they run across you in an unprotected sector, they can start attacking you, and you wake up, you come back the next day and find that you've been destroyed. So that's never good. You can see that he is in a Star Master. Let's see if we can do anything. No, we can't even like inspect his ship or anything. That's fine. We'll just keep going. Here's a port. Let's try this port. Oh, see, they're selling what we've already got. We've got organics on board. They're selling it. So I should remember to look for a port that's got a B in the middle letter. Okay, 124. Here we are. Let's go to 333. There we go. No. And here's a port they're buying in the middle, so this is a good port for us. Nice profit there. Nice. Yeah, ooh, that's cheap. See, now if you find two sectors that are next to each other with ports, you can go back and forth between those two sectors and sell over and over and over again. But you'll find that if you do that too much, the ports will start charging more for what you're buying and give you less for what you're selling. So diminishing returns kick in quick. But this would be a nice one because they're charging so little for what they're selling. There we go. Here's another one. We can port here. Oh, no, we need a B in the first letter. Okay, we'll port here. One thing I want to point out, here's my number of turns left. 1 turn deducted. SS Destroy You, that's my son, at least in one of his ships, docked 1 day ago, so he's been through here. Okay, now, you see how these sector numbers are, these are the adjacent sectors. I don't even have to use autopilot to go to these sectors. So let's go 244. Okay, you see 333 is not red with brackets around it. We'll go back to 333. Now, see, same thing with 244. These are sectors that we've already been to when they're, cyan like that. The pink or, light red colored sectors are ones we haven't been to. So I'm just going to do some careful moseying around and see what I can find. Oh, here's I think we need a buying in the first letter, so we're going to keep going. 25. I'm just, sometimes it's nice to punch in a random number. Other times it's just nice to, hop from sector to sector manually. Sometimes you can find a dead end that your autopilot would never find. Okay, let's port here. 941. Let's try and get 1,000 for. Oops. Sorry, 1,000. It's nice he didn't buy them for 100. I would have lost a lot of money. Actually, I don't think I'd lost money because I bought that for like 85 bucks. So, anyways, there's a little bit of drudgery going on with this. Okay, now let's head to Sector 1 because the first 10 sectors are Federation space, and Sector 1 is ooh, there's a player here in an escape pod. Yes, let's stop here. Let's attack him. Yes. So A is for attack. We're going to attack him. I'm going to go ahead and throw all my fighters at him. He's in an escape pod, so it won't take much. You lost 26 fighters, 4 remain. Ooh. And I got 25 credits out of the guy. I've obliterated the target. Can't salvage anything from it. And then he shouts this insult at me. Warmongering, flat-headed, Ferengi-loving scum. Yeah, so that's what it's like when you can attack and destroy another player. Unfortunately, it took most of my fighters to do it, but that's life. And here we are in Sector 3. There's a port here, so we'll hit that. We cannot attack this player, not just because he's got more fighters than I've got left, but also because he's in Federation space. Port 17. I'm just going to go with the defaults. Hitting enter, accepts the defaults, and I've only got 20 cargo holds, so I'm going with defaults here. Sector 1. Now, Sector 1 has a fancy port, and it's got a planet. So let's go to this port. Oh, this, there we go. We can buy cargo holds, fighters, or shields. So I can buy 9 cargo holds. I'm going to go ahead and do that. How many do you? I'm going to go ahead and buy 9. Yes, I'm interested in buying those. So now I'm pretty well out of money. 191 credits. So I'm going to quit. Now, display this port. You see there's also Terra, which Earth. So we're going to land, L for land on the planet. And we've landed. And I guess you can take colonists from here and take them to your home planet. So if I were to take, I've got 9 empty cargo holds. Q. 0. So. Okay, now here's where I can jettison my cargo. J. Oh, can't dump it here. Anyways, let's just go land on the planet. Take 9 colonists. Now we'll head to my planet, which is in Sector 212. Yes. No stopping here. And we'll land on my planet. And we're going to unload colonists. S. No. Leave colonists. What do I want them producing? I don't care. 1. 9 on board. Now let's display the planet again. So I have I left them for ore. So 2 colonists build 1. So I'm building 3 per day. I don't know how that works. Anyways, so we put some colonists on my planet. If I had a lot of cargo holds, I could move a lot of colonists and make my planet start building a lot. See, the colonists in the thousands. So I can make my planet start producing a lot of stuff. And then I can go and I can build a space station here. Was that in my computer? Anyways. So let's go to sector 1000 is the next really important sector you want to know about in this game. I think in some versions of this game, they when they initially set up the universe, they can put these ports in random places, which just makes it really annoying. This is also Federation space. Oh, we were here already, so this time we're going to port. Let's go ahead and trade here first. 2475. Cool. They're only buying at this port. See, BBB. So now we'll go port, and we're going to S to land at the star dock. So you can go ahead and read that in your free time. Here we are. And it's got theaters. You can actually watch, you know, goofy little movies. They were neat at the time. Galactic Bank, if you've got a lot of money and you're afraid your ship's going to get blown up overnight, maybe somebody's going to somehow destroy it in a Federation sector or drag you out of it for somehow. Anyways, you can put it in the Galactic Bank, and then even if your ship gets blown up, you still got money. Hardware Emporium, let's check out the Hardware Emporium. Okay, so here's where you can get photon missiles, space mines, all sorts of things that are helpful. Like, you could put mines around your planet, and if anybody gets into a sector where your planet is, their ship gets blown up long before they can attack your planet. If you want to do the Genesis torpedo to create a planet, there you go. Transwarp drives, I think that can jump you from one sector to another with nothing in between. Those are nice. So, let's see what it says for Emporium help. Okay, oh, there we go. So it's going to describe everything that they're selling. So it'll tell you about it, which is great. And hit Q to, nope, I just gotta keep hitting spacebar to get out of that. Anyways, Q to leave the Emporium. What else do we have? Now the shipyards, these are really cool. Shipyards, my options. So I can buy a ship, sell a ship. So let's examine ship specs, because this is one of the cool things about the game. After you've made enough money, my son made 100 grand the first time we sat down at this, because he found a planet, just some random planet, with a port in the same sector. And we sold everything on that planet to that port, and boom, he had 100 grand at the first time we played the game. Anyway, so let's go examine ships. So here's the list of ships that you can have in this game. The escape pod is an option. So you press A, and it'll tell you about the ship. You know, odds for fighting, maximum shields, initial holds, and maximum holds. So we are currently in the merchant cruiser, so let's press B. Initial holds is 20. I can put up to 75 in this ship. I just need more money to be able to do it, but I can make money faster once I've got more. So it's a worthwhile investment. Fighting, it's a 1-to-1 odds, so it's not that great. I cannot do photon missiles in this ship. So let's see, what other ships have we got? Corporate flagship sounds pretty fancy, so that's F. Let's view that. And it's got these little pictures of what the ship kind of looks like, which is kind of nice. It's got some information about the ships. This one's got better fighting odds. Initial shields and maximum shields is a little bit better, but not a whole lot. Let's look at the cargo ship. So let's see, there's a colonial transport, cargo trend, H. So here's a cargo ship. It starts with 50 holds and it can go up to 125. It cannot fight to save its life. Look at that, 0.8 to 1. You're going to need all the fighters you can get. It can only get 400 fighters. So let's compare that to the battleship again. E, battleship. So this is 1.6 to 1. and it can have 10,000 fighters. So this is a battleship indeed, but it cannot have a photon missile, so that's a real shame. So let's look at R, the top dog here. This thing's just this great big square brick. It can have only 40 holds, so it's not much for cargo money making, and it's not a great fighter, but it can have a lot of shields and a lot of fighters. So this thing is just huge and dominates in size alone. Still can't have photon missiles. Anyways, so you go through here and you decide which ship you want to buy, and then you sell your old ship and buy a new one. But I'm not going to do that right now because I've got a decent enough ship for now. So quit back to the star dock. You can go to police. I think this is where you collect bounties for killing the bad guys. Trader's Tavern, some seedy stuff goes on in there, but you can come back to the game and explore it for yourself. So we're back in Sector 1000. Let's press I for information. I have 462 points. My alignment is neutral. And let's see, I've got 4 fighters left, so I should probably get some fighters soon. I have 92 turns left, so let's keep on keeping. Sector 700 sounds like a good number to me. Okay, this is an alien. This is not another player. So you can attack aliens. I believe if they're red, they're bad guys. So you can attack bad guys and not have a problem. If you attack somebody that's a good guy, then you will get in trouble and you'll become a bad guy. So the game didn't really take much advantage of the good guy, bad guy thing, but it was a thing. So anyways, bought some stuff. I'm not fighting over the price because I know I'm going to make money anyways. 200 sounds like a good number. Yep, I'm going to go back through a couple of sectors I've been through. I think that was the port I was just at. Looking for another port along the journey. Oh, we found a planet. Q. Do I want to stop in the sector? Yes. Okay. L for land. So this planet has 2 fighters. Darn, somebody's already been through here and ransacked it. My son probably. Anyways, while we're here, we might as well get those 2 fighters. So we're going to change military levels. M. No. Take fighters. 2. So Q to leave this. Oh, display. Okay, we were on our way to 200, weren't we? Yeah, we're almost there. Whoa, collision to... Oh no, I've been blown up because I hit asteroids or debris. Life support knocked out. This is where shields would have been a good thing for me to have bought. For getting blown up, I lose 51 experience points. Sector 528 will be auto-avoided in the future. 528, that is. Let's go to 855. Hopefully I'm getting there without getting blown up. Okay, so we should probably go... Shoot. I don't think I've even got any money. Info. Credits 2538. So I got almost no money. Anyways, this has been, we're going on 30 minutes. This has been enough to show you how this game works, and I hope you got some understanding of how the game works. Your goal is to build up money, build up an awesome planet with a port in that sector, and make more money, build a big ship, arm it really well, and then go fight. Even if you're not blowing up other players, you can blow up aliens because they're all over this game. You just have to find them, and yeah, you can. I think you can align with other players. This stuff up here shows you if anybody else is playing. You can do subspace radio between them. You can hail them. So let's see the slash quick stats. I have no idea what that means. Anyways. But yeah, this game's been around. Oh, it's got documentation. Let's try Z. Do you want instructions? They even have instructions. So yeah, this game's been around since 1990. So yeah, like I was saying, I started BBSing in 1988, and so I was originally playing TradeWars 1000, and then after that came Yankee Trader, and then TradeWars 2002 came along, 2 years later, 1990. And it was light years better than the first 2. But yeah, so playing the game. Now we gotta get through all these instructions. Hit spacebar to get to the next page. Okay, I'll cut that part of the video out. That was, you know, me hitting the spacebar 100 times. Don't ask for instructions unless you really want to read. Anyways, so this is this game. Let's see if we can view the high scores and see where we're at. No? So quit. Confirmed, yes. Okay, here's the high scores. H. So where are we? We are Bubba. We should be here somewhere. No. Oh, there we are, Bubba. Number 16. So we're ranked 16th. My son's at number 7. Wonder how long it'll be before. See, these red ones are the bad guys. They've decided to go rogue, and if you find them and blow them up, you'll get bounty. See, it shows that we're in a escape pod right now. My son is in a Star Master, so the two people above him are in escape pods. He should track them down and smack them a little bit. Anyways, so a lot of players in there. I don't know how many are that active, but yeah. That was TradeWars 2002. Hope the video wasn't too long-winded for you, and I imagine most of my viewers on this channel are going to be like, what the fuck did I just watch? Because you had to be, you know, a 12-year-old in the early 90s to have gotten into this sort of BBS stuff. A 12-year-old with a nice computer, actually. You know, Amigas were pretty popular for dialing into these things, but it was mostly the guys with PCs. You know, in the 80s it was other than PCs, but by the 90s we were all on PCs. So you had to be, you know, you had to be a tween, and you had to be alive at the right period of time to have even experienced this, and it was 20 years ago now. It's amazing that these are still around. You know, while we're here, no, it's good. Anyways, so that's it. I'm going to /O to log off this thing, and it lists some other BBSs that are great to call, which is nice. I don't know if these are still online if they keep this list up, but these things come and go pretty often. Anyways, hope you found this interesting. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.